McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check to his right feet.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey, 49 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. He's checking. Crash. Switch.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. On second down, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 99.
After the penalty, it's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. 2 seconds. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Watch the screen.
Jackson now. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Undercut, undercut, undercut. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 93. Go, go.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike. 180. 55. Mike. Go. Go.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Down. 180. 55. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go. 180.
On play action. Now Carr. He gets this one to Boyd. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. A first down there on a pickup at 25. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Jackson from the shotgun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. All the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Deebo Samuel with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
A gain there of 21 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Check 55 to Mike. Drop deep, drop deep. Check, check. Lucky.
White. Express.
On first down, Carr. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check, check.
Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Hey, 734. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, box drop, box drop. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 734. Check. Crunch. 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 Find down. Check 37.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Pick it up.
From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Monday, down. You ready? Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Hey. 2. Watch the edge. Greystone, travel.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come up the ball. Come on. Check. 59. Defense wins championships, baby. 59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
It's coming. 41's a Mike. I got you, punk. Mike 41. Mike 41. All day, baby. All day. 41 Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man. It's Williams. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
55's Mike, guys, 55. What we got? 637. Check 55's the Mike. Check 55's the Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, Raider 2.
All day. Mike 55.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Airing one out for Boyd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Hooked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Check 25, check 25, check 25. Check 15, check. Go. Check go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Mike is 59, Mike to 59. I don't think you got it, son. 59. Let him know.
Now Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson caught by Jones. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll let it go deep for Foster. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check 13, check 13.
To throw is Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Bryce Love getting his inaugural NFL carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. 59. 59. On it. See me in your nightmare, son.
From the gun, Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey. Mike 5. Go. Here we go, D.
Jackson. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Jones. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
You got tight right there. Kill. Sponge. No. Deuce.
Running right, Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the Broncos 7-yard line.
1 quarter remains. The week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Off. Mike 5'9". Get that quarterback, D-line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Check nickel. Big edge. 36. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 4.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Badgley's kick is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, here we go. Check, squeeze. Check. Watch twist.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. May very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Check, 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 check.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Switch up, switch up. Okay. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 59, Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Carr now to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's a loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
He's checking. Raider 9. Crash.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Oakland, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.